Okay, Jai Hind everyone. Myself Pancham Singh in Department of IT, Akgec Engineering College. I am going to deliver one of the important topic, that is capability maturity model. So this topic is very important for the software engineering when you are going to calculate the cost of the software in terms of the number of lines and the number of spaces, and on the basis of that this model is very useful for calculating the cost. So I am going to discuss in detail one by one. So basically, what is CMM? So CMM basically stand for capability maturity model. So in this model, basically we will discuss about the calculation of the cost. So first, who has invented this model? The question is this. So developed by the Software Engineering Institute of the Carnegie Mellon University. So this model, this model is developed by the Software Engineering Institute of the Carnegie Mellon University. So why this model is important? Because earlier we are facing number of challenges for calculating the actual cost of the software. So by using the CMM, you can easily calculate the cost of the software, because a software is a huge amount of codes are there. So it is very difficult to calculate the cost on the basis of that how much expenditure is there in terms of the number of how many number of developers are developing this particular software, what is the expenditure of the company, and in terms of the number of people they are involved for developing the software. So all things are matter for that particular software when you are going to develop a software. Second thing is when you are going to develop a software, the important thing is that in which technologies we are going to develop the software. That is one of the most important. So the cost of the software is varies according to the technology to technology. So technology is a major concern for calculating the cost by using the CMM model. So framework that describe the key element of the effective software. So our target is to design a framework that calculate the effective software process. So how effective software process will happen one by one, through which we are going to check the phases of the software. On the basis of that, it will easy to calculate the cost of the software. It is easy to implement the software. So this is the most important point where you are going to calculate our effective process of the software. So basically this is the CMM. Basically CMM stands for competitive maturity model. Describe an evolutionary improvement path for software organization from an ad hoc and immature process to mature discipline one. So this is the important topic. So our target is to calculate the improvement, calculate the evolutionary improvement in the software in terms of the immature to mature and discipline process. Second point is provides guidance on how to gain control of processes for developing and maintaining software, and how to evaluate towards a cultural of the software engineering and management excellence. So the thing is important. So what is your design process? What is your developing process? And how you are going to calculate the process? How you are going to evaluate the process by using the technical way, or you can say in software engineering and management excellence, they are reach on these 2 points. It means that your software will reach for the software engineering technical terms, and it also will reach for the management terms. So management means we are managing all the things related to the software. And what about the software engineering? Which type of model we are going to use for the designing a software, like waterfall model, V-shape model, spiral model. So there are n number of models are there. So how we are going to use the model to design a flow of the software, and what are the management through which we are going to develop a software. So these are the two important terms basically more concerned about in CMM. Process maturity concept, software process. So software process is clearly, you can say, set of activities, methods, practices and transformation that people use to develop and maintain software. So these consist of the activities, methods and practices through which people can use these activities, method and practices to develop a efficient software. And what about the maintenance? So if you're going to maintain a software, that is the another key important points. So maintain software and these associated process, example, product planning, product design, cost, test cases and user manual. So these are the maintenance part. In maintenance part, if you're going to maintain the software, so what you are going to maintain? So basically we are going to maintain in terms of the project plans, design documentation and coding, testing and debugging. So these are the major terms where you are going to maintain a software. Somehow in software there are a number of errors will occur at the runtime. Sometimes you are not getting the up-to-date results. So sometimes one module is not integrating to the another module. So these are the different challenges in a software. Sometimes a client want to expand your software in different way. He want to add more modules in the software. So these are the basically challenges in software. But the beauty of the software is that we can change dynamically in software. So software is dynamic, so in which we can change dynamically, but in hardware we cannot change dynamic. So these two behaviors that distinguish between hardware and software. Now software process capability. So describe the range of the expected result that can be achieved by the following a software process. So your target is to get the results. So what is your expected result? So our expected result to getting the accurate result on the basis of applying the model. Okay. And the next one is means of predicting the most likely outcomes. These are the important topic. Outcomes to the expected from the next software project. So these are the key topic of this software process capability. So our target is to getting the outcomes. So our outcomes is what? We are getting the accurate result on which we are giving the number of values. So we are going to change the values, we are getting the results. So somehow we are going to change the value, but we are not getting the accurate result. So our target is to getting the accurate result. That is the important topic. Expected from the next software project the organization undertakes. So if your organization want to undertake this software, so how organization will want to undertake this software? It depends upon the actually expected result of the software. So somehow your software is giving the accurate result on the basis of wear and tear cases, but somehow your software is giving the result, but when you are going to change the environment, change the hardware, change the variables, and you are not getting up to the result. So these are the problems maybe occur in your software. So a software is a good when it will not run in India, but it can also run in abroad and it will not create any problem. So that is the important points. Software process performance. So if you are going to check the performance of the software, so it means that we are going to check the result of the software. So what is the result of the software? So actual results achieved by the following software processes. So you are expecting result. What you are expecting? If you are getting the result, then your software is up to date. If you are not getting the result, it means that your software is not up to date. Software process maturity. So if software process maturity consists of three important points, we are going to discuss one by one. The first point is extent to which a specific process is explicitly defined, managed, measured and controlled and effective. So basically, if you're going to discuss about the software, so your software is up to date, you can say your software is mature in terms of the explicitly defined, managed and measured, controlled and effective. So if your software is fully satisfied these four important terms, that is explicitly defined, managed, measured, controlled and effective, then you can say your software is mature, your process is mature. Now second point is implies potential growth in capability. So potential growth means time to time your software is grow as per the requirement. Third point indicates richness of the process and consistency with which it is applied in the project throughout the organization. So your software is rich. It means that your software is up to date, your software is properly working on the basis of your result, what result you are expecting. So it will not going to fail whenever you are going to calculate the results. So in simple terms, you can say your software is rich. It means that it will follow the all four important points which I have discussed earlier. So these four important points, if your software is follow, then your software is okay, or you can say software rich, and in throughout the organization it will always help for the company. So what are the CMM labels? So basically CMM comparative maturity model basically have the following labels. So these are the 5 labels in CMM. Basically we are discussing about the one by one. So the first label is the initial label. So we are moving from the initial label, then we are moving for the repeatable label. So sometimes we are repeating some values, some results, on the basis of that we can calculating your results. Some defined, whatever you are going to use, you will define the variables in terms of the variables. Managed, all things are managed or not. If you have defined all the things and things are working but they are not in manner, or you can say they are not in managed, so your software is not up to date, your software is not properly working. And last one is optimization. Your software is properly optimized as per the requirement, as per the demand. So it can say, you can say that your software is optimized on the basis of variables, on the basis of results, and it will also satisfy the all 4 important points through which we are going to calculate your results. Now this is the figure. Basically we are going to discuss about the labels of the CMM. So this is the first label, that is initial label. So initial label basically it will consist of initial values, and next one is a repeatable label. So what values you are going to repeat, what values you are going to use, that is repeatable. Third one is the defined, what you are going to define, defined in terms of what is the standard value defined through which we are going to use in the whole software. So and last, fourth is the predictable process. So what you are predicting, and how you are going to manage, that is fourth label. And fifth label is continuously improving process. So in fifth label we are continuously changing the software as per the user demand, client demand and organization demand. So these are the 5 labels we are going to discuss one by one. So in first label to second label we are defining the process. So if you are going to use the process, follow the process, then you will move for the second label. If you are going to third label, so definitely we are follow the standard rules, standard process, then we will move for the third label. And if you are going to move for the fourth label, so definitely we will follow the predictable process. So what is the predicted process through which we are going to use? So predicted process is already given in your system through which we are going to use and manage the things. And last one is the continuous improving process. So in future, if you want to optimize the software, then you can optimize, because software is dynamic process. In initial level, we are not going to discuss in detail, but we are going to discuss about what is the initial level. So the software process is characterized as ad hoc and occasionally women choice. Few processes are defined and success depend on individual effort. So what is the effort? Individual level. What is the effort at the beginning level? So that is the depend in the initial. So initial means whatever you are doing, we are doing at the initial level are single level. So it depends upon the success. So it consists of three important points. At this level, frequently have difficulty making commitment that the staff and meet with the ordinary process, because somehow your software is not properly working and staff is not aware about that particular technology. So they may be suffer. They may be suffer because this is the initial level. They are beginner. They are learning the things. So maybe this type of challenges they can be faced. And second point is the products developed are often over budget and schedule. So maybe it can be over budget. It can be over budget because at the initial level we are not aware about what is the costing of the software. So these are the challenges maybe occur at the beginning level. Wide variation in the cost, schedule, functionality and quality target. So these are the problems we generally we face in initial level. Initial level means we are not going to predict the whole software because we are focusing on the individual part of the person, what the person is doing and what is the result of that particular person. So initial level is not a whole level, it is a beginning level where the number of challenges may be occur, so which we can solve the problem. Now second point is the repeatable. The basic process management process are established to track cost, schedule and functionality. So basically what is the cost, what is the schedule and what is the functionality basically used in the software. See this comes to the repeatable process. So repeatable basically have the four important points. The first point is the realistic project commitment based on result observed on previous projects. So what were the previous performance, on the basis of we are going to give the commitment to the client and we are going to develop. And second point is the software project standard are defined and faithfully followed. So what is the standard, what is the standard parameter, we are going to faithfully follow that standard. Now third one is the processes may be differ between project to project. So process may be vary according to the project to project. And next one is the process is disciplined. The things which are going to use must be disciplined. And last is the earlier successes can be repeated. So what is the successes is happened must be, it can be repeated. So next one is the third level is the defined level. The software process for both management and engineering activity is documented. So what things is we are going to develop, it can be documented previously. Without documentation, nothing is valid. So documentation is major concern, major part of the software. So documentation, you can say it may be a SRS, software requirement specification, in which the demand of the client is given, and it is an agreement between the client and the company, where client and company both can discuss in the front of the table, and after that they will sign over there, and that is the final document on which developer can move on for the developing. So these are the documentation. So documentation is clearly indicate what user requirement and what company want to develop. Managed, basically fourth level is managed. Detailed measure of the software process and product quality are collected. Both the software process and the products are quantitatively understood and controlled. Managed, basically the quality terms. The quality terms is basically concerned in the management. Managed. So if you're going to develop a software, your software is good, but it is not maintainable. That is the issue in the software. If you're going to develop a software, it means that your quality of the software is good. It can be maintainable. It means that both things are manageable, then your software is good. So what is the important parameters? You are going to check the quality of the software, check the management of the software. So these are the three important points. So narrowing the variation in the process performance to fall within the acceptable quantity bounds. So what is the bounds on which we are going to develop the software? Second point is when known limits are expected, correction action can be taken. Last one is quantifiable and predictable. What is quantifiable and what you are going to predict in future? And it's the sub part is that predict trend in the process and product quality. So if you are going to develop a software, so definitely we are targeting a particular areas. So it can be targeted in particular area, so it must be a quantity full, and your software must be a you can say in budget, through which user can give the order to develop that particular software. So the thing is that the software product which you are going to develop must be user friendly, and it can be more effective to the users, and the quality parameter no one can compromise. So you cannot compromise in the quality. So quality is a major parameter, and cost effectiveness is the second important points. So these two terms are very important for developing a software. So software cost is vary according to the technology to technology. Optimization. So if you're going to optimize, it means that we are going to you are going to change the software as per the demand. So is it possible to update the software? Yes, software it can be updated by the human, because software is in dynamic in nature. So as per the requirement, you can update the software. So these are the three important parameters which we are going to discuss one by one, through which we can optimize your software. So first point is the continuous process. Improvement is enabled by quantitative feedback. So on the basis of feedback, we are going to update the software, improve the software. Okay, so these are the important points. So first is the continuously evolution. On the continuation, on the basis of feedback, we are going to improve the software. Second point is goal. Goal is to prevent the occurrence of defects. So in future, what defect is going to occur, and what is your goal? Your goal is to rectify, giving the solution for that particular errors. So what errors is occur in software, so it can be resolved by the developer. So this is the goal. And third is the data or process effectively used for the cost, benefits, and analysis of new technology and proceed for changes. If you're going to change the software, your software is ready to update. If you're going to change the technology, your software is ready to update. So these are the parameters on which your software is ready to update, ready to change, ready to optimize, ready to off the environment. So these are the parameters basically for software is major concern. So optimizing means your software can be delivered anywhere abroad, and it can be used any machine, and there is no challenges, there is no problem. So these are the basically three important key points in optimizing we are going to discuss. And what are the benefits? So in terms of the benefits, so help forge a shared vision of the what software process improved means for the organization. So we are going to timely update the software as per the requirement, and organization is improving the software time to time and create new visions of the software, new versions of software. So this is the benefit. So it is a dynamic in nature, so you can update. Now second point is define set of priorities for addressing software problems. So what problems are there in your software, you can give the priority and you can find out the solution. Third point, supports measurement of process by providing framework for performance, reliable and consistent appraisal. So we are going to track the software on the basis of performance. So on the basis of we are giving the update to the developer, to the company, this is your software and this software is giving this type of results. So as per the time to time, we can update the software, maintain the software. So things can be happen in the software. Last point is provides framework for consistency of processes and product. So we can provide a consistency. Consistency means continuously we are going to update. Continuously we are going to use the software. We are going to result the software, and you can frame the software. So these are the benefits basically concerned in the CMM model. Why measure software and software process? Obtain data that help us to better control, because we are collecting the data. Obtain data from the help us to better control. We are collecting the data from different resources. And first point is schedule. So we are taking some precaution to getting the data. And what is the cost of the software, and what is the quality of the software. So these are the three important key points when you are going to develop a particular software process. That is, the first point is schedule. So what schedule we are going to use? What is the cost of the software? What is the quality of the software when it is going to launch in the market? So these are the important key points of the software process. Consistency and measurement provide data for qualitative expression requirements, goals and acceptance criteria. So quantitative expressive requirements. So what is the requirement? Quantitative expressive requirements, goals. What is your goals, and acceptance criteria? What is the acceptance criteria? So basically, acceptance criteria in which we are going to accept your model, your software, if it will fulfill the all criteria. Second point is monitoring progress and anticipating problems. What is the progress and what type of problems we are facing. Third, quantifying trade-off used in allocating resources. So what resources we are allocating, we are using, must be quantifying. Third one is the predicting schedule, cost and quality. So if you are going to schedule the software, so it will basically, we are going to measure the cost of the software, calculate the cost of the software, and last one is the quality of the software. So quality, cost and schedule, these are the three key important points when we are going to develop a software. Thank you.